Hey friends, Lori here, I'm back. I am definitely a little bit late to the game, but I did want to do my December TBR. So today is the second official day of BookMas. I did start a little bit later, and I normally start BookMas even later, but I did want to sort of start making content, especially because one of my videos was a TBR, and I hate being late to the game. So I am participating in the Reindeer Readathon, which is hosted... it's been everywhere, so it's been a very, very fun read. I love, like, group and team readathons, so when I saw this, I was like, I am here. I'm also doing the 'Tis the Season-a-thon that Bookable is hosting, but that's, like, all holiday reads. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sort of go over what my TBR plans are and hope I get through it. And I might keep this video, like, a little bit shorter and just focus on the readathon for the first half of the month, and then the second half of the month, I might do, like, other books, and if that happens, I'll do another TBR video. But the first book is Read a Book You're in the Middle of for the Dasher prompt, and I have to finish, or actually probably go back and reread, Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. I really am excited for this. I was liking it. I was reading it, but this is the point when I was having my major focus issues. It's a YA fantasy, and I will admit, I have been struggling to actually physically pick up YA fantasy. When I've read it, I've been really loving it, but the focus has been really, really hard. This is the Owl Crate edition, so this is definitely a book I would love to read, hopefully soon. The next book is Dancer, and it's read a book with, like, cursive on the cover, so I'm going to pick up my copy of Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. This is the author that wrote The Charm Offensive, and this is an LGBTQ+ holiday romance with two women at the star of it. And I really don't know what it's about. I think they meet at, like, a coffee shop, and there's, like, I really don't know nothing about it, but I heard very, very good things. People were picking it up, so I decided to pick it up. The cover is really, really cute. It has snow on the cover, and I love reading holiday-themed romances. So there's going to be probably a bunch more of those on this list, and I will focus about them at the end. But yeah, this is for that prompt. And again, I always make these lists, and stuff always changes. But these are at least the plans. And then Prancer is Read a Book with your favorite season on the cover or your favorite season color. So I love summer. I adore summer. Summer's my favorite season. Spring too, so, like, I just don't like winter. And fall, I struggle with. But, so I decided to pick up A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy L. Lynn. And this is a, you know, again, it's like a fantasy story. And it's about a girl who lost her mother, but she knows it's her fault. And there's, like, tea magic in the society. This cover is stunning. So yeah, again, this is like a shorter fantasy. It's like maybe like 350 pages, so I'm hopeful I will get around to it and I will read it, but I do have some backup options in case something goes horribly awry. But yeah, this is the plan for that. And then the next one is Read an Overhyped Book. I don't know if this is overhyped, but I know everyone loves The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima, and I have wanted to read this book since I was in like middle school. Like, I've literally, this is a book I got from Borders back in the day, and I just never picked it up, but everyone loves this series, and I was a little bit hesitant because I loved her Air series, which I recently reread, and I've met her a couple of times. I just got her new book too, so I'm gonna put this in Overhyped. It's a book I really wanted to read this year, and I just never got around to it again. My battle with fantasy. I have a plan for that in 2023. We'll talk about it then. But yeah, so this is my book that I have. It's a bit on the longer, it's a 500-page read. I also do have the audiobook, so this might get read, like, I might listen to it and just try to get the first book going. But I do want to read it, so that is for the prompt. And then I have Cupid, Read a Book with your favorite trope. So I am just going to pick up, like, a holiday romance, which has, like, a fun concept. And I just picked up How to Excavate Heart by Jake Arlo. It all starts when Shari runs into May, like, literally with her mom's Subaru. Yeah, and I think she works at, like, a morgue, maybe? Yeah, I don't really know, but I know this is another LGBTQ+ story, so I'm super excited for that. But there's a dog on the cover, and I love books about, like, fun, quirky reads that take place on holidays, so this will work, I hope. And I just bought it as well, so, and there hasn't been a lot of YA books coming out for the holidays, but this is one that I picked up, so we're excited for that. I also, the Blitzen Plop is a random number generator, and I'll do that eventually. Like, I'll just pick, I have other books on my TBR that you guys will see in a little bit. So Blitzen will be random, and I will do that in a reading vlog for sure. And then another one was Not Your Favorite Cover, and that is the Donner Prompt, and I just put Just Like Magic by Sarah Hoggle. This is the author of You Deserve Each Other. Holidays were never her thing until she unwittingly summoned the Holy Spirit before her very eyes, and I think she accidentally summons a ghost, or something, and yeah, so that sounds interesting. So yeah, but the cover is not my favorite, and again, it's another Christmas romance. I haven't read anything by this author. I wanted to read Twice Shy, and I just haven't got around to it. But this one sounds cute, and I will definitely keep you guys updated. And I also need to read Comet, a book like an astronomical word in the title. So I still have my arc of Wilderness of Stars by Shara Ansar, and this is Magic Lives Where It's in the Stars, and I think it has to do with like magic, but it's more like astronomy magic, I think. And I don't know much about it, but I have like Shara Ansar's other books, and I think that this will be a perfect like late fall, early winter read, so I'm excited for this one as well. So those are all my physical books like on my TBR that like connect to the prompts, and then I had to read an ebook and an audiobook, and I'll talk about those here. So I'm gonna read Christmas in the Scottish Highlands. This is the book I'm actually currently reading, so I'll put the photo here. And this is just a super cute read. I got it direct from Peace Love Books, and it just follows this girl. It like takes place in a small Scottish town. She winds up accidentally running over her neighbor, and her neighbor lives in like a mansion, so she has to go take care of her. Hilarity, drama, and a snarky nephew ensue. And the audiobook I'm reading is 8 Nights of Flirting, which is a Hanukkah-themed romance. Here's the photo for that. And this book is just a fun Hanukkah romance, and you know, these two main characters sort of get snowed in together. In the past, she had a crush on this young man. He sort of like dissed her, and now she's sort of using him for seduction lessons, I guess you could say, like for the YA version, and I'm really excited for it. So those are the 2 books I'm currently reading, and those are the first 2 books for the readathon. And now let me just show you the other books I tossed on my TBR cart. Doesn't mean they're gonna get read, but they're at least there. So we'll chat about those. These are just some like Christmas romances that I bought or have access to. So You, Me, and Heartstrings by Melissa Sue. This is about 2 people that are competing for a Juilliard in tradition, but it's kind of like they're using their holiday concert as their Juilliard edition. And I think they have like a viral meet cute that sort of goes viral, and that sort of leads them to maybe do some fake dating. And it does have some disability rap, which I'm curious for, so I'm definitely gonna hopefully pick this one up. It's super short, and it is set around winter, so this will be great. I've also always wanted to pick up For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten, because it is like a wintry setting, and I do have the Foxglove King, and I wanted to see how I felt about her writing, and I heard that this was romance heavy, and I've been craving some more of that. And this is an adult. My adult goal was not as successful as I wanted this year, but I did better than I thought, so this I'm just gonna toss in here and see I will get read. I also have You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince, and I think this is just like a love to hate romance. It's cute, it's LGBTQ plus with 2 males at the heart of it, and I'm excited. I met this author at ALA, so I will get around to reading it. I also picked up A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Saria Simone. A steamy plus-size holiday rom-com about an adult film star who semi-accidentally cast as a lead in a family-friendly Christmas movie and her former bad boy pop star she falls in love with. So this one sounds cute as well. It's written by 2 authors. I've heard really good things about it, and I love Hallmark movies, so I think it's a fun concept. And then I also picked up a copy of All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. I read the Holiday Swap last year and enjoyed it. I don't even know what this one's about. I know it hasn't gotten the best reviews, but I think it might be like second chance romance, which is definitely my favorite. So I'm excited for this. I will definitely pick it up. It might be like a Christmas Day read. We'll see now that I won't be traveling. So there's all the Christmas themed romances. And now let's get to the other books I tossed on my TBR shelf. And let's see if they get read. Again, we're starting to get to the end of the year, so some of these books might not get read, but the intention is there, so let's get to them. These are just the last random books that are just on my TBR cart, and again, I'm going to talk about my TBR plans for January upcoming here soon because it's going to look a little bit different. But I still have The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew, which is a dark academia novel. This was my Owl Crate edition, so still getting around to that. The Luminaries by Susan Dennard, again, my Owl Crate edition. This book is much shorter than I thought, but I'm excited to get around to this one as well. The Sunbearer Trials by Aiden Thomas. This is my loan arc I got from Macmillan in ALA when I went there, so I really want to get around to this and see my thoughts. I really did like Cemetery Boys, and I also really liked his thriller too. I also have Blood Like Magic by Lyselle Sansbury on here. I was planning on doing this for a reading vlog, but I got a little bit distracted. And then Castle in Our Bones by Laura Sebastian. I've had this for a while. I actually just got it approved for the second arc, so I should probably read this again. I might do like a YA fantasy reading vlog and just see my mood and see if I'm feeling it, but I do like her writing. And then I also have Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kimmerer. This is the second book in her fantasy series. I think the first was Defy the Night. And I might do a sequel reading vlog as well because I do have quite a few of those. And also my last one maybe is going to be Cricket Kingdom because I did start my reread and then I just didn't finish it, so this might get read as well. But yeah, that's my plan. If I get to like the 15th of the month and I've read a lot of these, I might just do another TBR. I doubt that's going to happen, but I do want to try to read a little bit more this month because it's been a bit of a struggle. I'm not going to talk about ebooks. I'm not going to talk about audiobooks. I'm just going to sort of let my mood take me wherever it is. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow for BookMas, where you will see the books I read in the month of November, and I will talk to you soon for my next video. Bye, Book Dragons!